Okay, so I hope you can hear me clearly. So, for the sake of last class, that we had to rush up and end it due to the fact that we were running against time. This video is basically what you need to do on Google Docs before you even copy this content to the site. You get. So, first things first is install Grammarly extension on your Chrome. You install Grammarly extension and you install sign up, install it and activate it and all that. Make sure that you're writing in English for this site now. Routing up, make sure that you are using American English, right? Not UK, not British. You get, let it be American English. Yeah. Uh, yeah. So when you open some of these contents, in some of them you see something like introduction here. So you just remove the introduction. You get, already we know that this is an introduction. We know that this part is your introduction, it's your overview. We know that already. So you don't need to write anything like introduction or overview at the top of it, right? Yeah, so let's proceed. So first things first, you want your title to actually make sense. This title were just used for the sake of having something at the heading. So you take the what you do is you take the keyword. There's something called search intent. In the last class, I showed you guys that there are different search intent. There's transactional, informational, commercial, like that. So when you search for a keyword on Google, you notice that the title of content on that same keyword, what is special or what is unique about them. You will notice these things if you are very, very observant. In this case now, the first guy is talking about the same keyword, land for sale Nigeria. And he's telling us he has about 15,000 available, right? Come down a little bit. This guy using the same format, about 9,000 available, land for sale in Lagos. Listings, another one. This is a commercial keyword, definitely. There's a buyer intent behind it. So you want your title as well to have a buyer intent. You get. So basically, it's five cheapest land for sale in Lagos. Okay, these two guys are adding locations, meaning that they're adding place, meaning they're telling that their own intent is coming with where to buy those cheap lands. You get. Okay, top places, the same thing. Where places, where you get land cheap, blah, blah, blah. So and all that. This one too, where you get. But for this content now, we're not trying to streamline it to a particular location. Let me check if we have anything like, oh sorry. Let me check if we have anything like Lagos in our content. No, we don't. So I'm not streamlining it to any location we get. So what I'm trying to do is to make sure that it aligns with search intent. So in this case, what I will do is this. Exploring cheap land for sale. I can just come in and just put in brackets 10934. Let me make it 30934, which is 30,000 available. Exploring cheap land for sale, right? 30,934 available. That is all. So with this thing I've added, I've streamlined my search intent. I've let my title align with the search intent. So if I highlight this guy now and I come to tools, check the characters, it's 47 characters. Remember that your title should be more than 60 characters. Good. So what is the next thing to do? The next thing to do is this. Uh, break this guy now that is very, very big. Break it into paragraphs. I can break it into three paragraphs. Let me break it here. Good. So I've broken that into paragraph. This space here is unnecessary. Let me remove this space. Okay, let's keep going. So now this semicolon in front of my H2. You shouldn't be having semicolon in front of your H2. This is H2. You want to give a text heading, just highlight that text, come here and choose H2. You get. So let's proceed. So this guy is okay. So now you notice we're using American English, right? So this endeavor should have you in it. Okay, owning a land or owning land. I don't know which one we should use. Owning a land is a dream for many individuals. Owning land is a dream for many individuals. Okay, I think it should be owning land. Or let's make it like this: owning a land, prop, owning a land property is a dream for many individuals, and blah blah blah. Having a land, that's okay. So another thing you need to do for me is this: ensure that all your headings are using this format called title case. When you highlight it, you come to format. Under format, go to text. Under text, go to capitalization. Under capitalization, go to title case and click on it. So the first letters will be in capital letter. Once again, remove the semicolon. So remember that this is my H3. So this guy here is looking too big. Let me break it. So this is H2 benefits, and then this guy is advantages. So it's actually under disadvantages guy is still under this benefits. So this guy was just like an intro of this heading, and then at this point they want to tell us those benefits or those advantages. Now if you look at this section is very 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 long, and there is no heading in between it. You get, so it doesn't make sense for it to be like this. So what I'll do is I'll break them. Already this is H3, right? And these guys are still under this guy. So what happen is, let me break this first point and I make this guy what? H4. So I've made it H4. Let me just, I think this one is okay the way it is. Stability and security, I come here, take this guy to the bottom, and then I make this guy H4. This is my H4 here. Good. So I do the same thing for all of them. To save me time and stress, I can just do this, highlight all of them, come here and make it what H4. So good to go. Same thing applies to these guys. So the reason why you're doing this is you want your content to have a very good skeletal structure. A good content structure helps a lot when it comes to the ranking of your content. If your content is not properly structured, you're just wasting your time. So this is under H2, understanding cheap land for sale. Let's break this guy and let's press enter to break it. Look for a reasonable full stop, probably on the third line or fourth, and then press enter to divide it. Okay, factors influencing the price. Let's remove this guy. This is H2, and let's break it up here. However, this space in between here is too much. Let's reduce it. This space under here is unnecessary. Something with this is unnecessary. So again, break this guy. So this thing I'm doing is basically structural arrangement, right? Some of the common, let's see what's here. Explore different types of cheap land. Let me add my keyword in front of this guy. Explore the various types of cheap land for sale. So it's coming here to tell us the some of the commonly available cheap land for sale. And number one is rural land. So if this guy is H2, so let me just break these guys and make them into headings. And then I'll make them what H3. Let me make H3. So automatically the H3. If you are using window Mac, you can just use Control Option 3. That's the shortcut for headings. Or you can just use the normal way. Come here and make it towards H3. Okay. So know when to use your H2, know when to use your H3. You get, you must. Everybody here is in the university or you're done with secondary school, so definitely you know out. You know what? When they're talking about types of something, those types are going to be like subheadings. Why those top things will be like the top headings. Let's bring this guy into paragraph. Where and how to find cheap for sale. Not just cheap land, but cheap lands that are available for sale. Are they available this time around? Available for sale. You don't want to over optimize. You don't want it to sound like it's written by a robot. So you have to be natural. Okay. So basically, where and how to find cheap land for sale. Do you notice something? Uh, my content is trying to cover two things, two search intent. First search intent is the number of lands available for sale, right? Which is what I did in my title, adding, you know, 30,000 for available. Second thing was or is trying to add what location, which is the second search intent for that keyword. If you remember what we checked on online, where uh, this one, where places in Nigeria, places, which is also location in Lagos, location. So those two search intent, I'm trying to cover it with this content so that I'm definitely going to rank for this keyword. That is the plan. You get. So coming down here, let's make this guy uh title case as well is H3. So here are some suggestions on where and how to find affordable land. I need to add for sale there. Title case, affordable land for sale. Remember that in this case now, I did not use cheap land for sale. I'm using affordable land for sale. So I'm basically trying to use variations of my keyword. You don't have to use cheap land for sale, cheap land for sale, cheap land for sale every time. That is bad. You get it to make your content be robotic. So try and mix up your keyword variations in your content. So let's break this guy and make it what? Since this guy is H3, so this my point has to be what? H4. So let me just do this. I just want to be fast with it. So one thing about me is I don't just like writing content and post on websites. I like posting content that ranks, content that brings in traffic. That is the aim of you writing a blog post. You're not writing a blog post for it to just be on somebody's site. You want to write a blog post that will actually rank. That is the aim. So any content you're going to publish, make sure that it is very, very optimized and make sure that it ranks. Okay. So let me break this guy a bit. Evaluating and investing in cheap lands. Okay. Let's break this guy right here. Okay, this chapter outlines steps involved in evaluating. Yeah, let me just say at this point we will outline steps. Okay, turning cheap lands into a valuable asset. Okay, so this guy is not looking organized. Let's remove this guy and actually make it what an actual bullet, which is this. Okay. So these guys are short. So there's only making it headings since they're actually short, right? There's only making it headings. So one, two, three. You get no need to make them. Assuming they have lots of. Assuming these 3 points, 2 point and 1.1 have lots of content underneath them. I'll make them headings. But the fact that they're having very shallow content under them, there's no need making it headings. You get. So all these things you need to be mindful so that your content does not look like jargons. You get. So what I did was I remember that this hyphen here is not looking nice the way it is. I always move the hyphen and just make it an actual bullet. So everything is aligned. Not that one is, front, one is behind, and all those kind of things. So, so when you're done with this, the next thing you now have to start doing is what? A very vital part, which is the interlinking part, which is like the core part of on-page SEO. Okay. So under conclusion, let's see. Okay, I think that's okay. So I'm seeing real estate markets. Okay, so what do I do? Real estate markets. Let's search for real estate markets directly from here. Let's see if my site will appear. My site is not appearing. Let me add the ads up to it. Comprehensive exploration of residential. So all I did was search for real estate market, add my site name in front of it, and Google Docs is bringing something for me. But I'm not sure if it is actually what I want. Let me see the URL. Residential real estate. Let me see. Comprehensive exploration of residential real estate. Nope, this doesn't relate to what I want. But let me just copy it. Let me look for is there anything like residential here. Okay, there is. So residential property. That's one. Let me see residential. Okay, let me look for that residential property. So let me just link that guy here. Let me link it here. Good. So let me remove it from this guy we have at the bottom, real estate market. So let's remove it from here. So I have lots of content on real estate market already. So I can just go to the site. So another thing I can do is I can actually do this. I can just type real estate market, which is a keyword, and then put routing up in front. And let me see if I have any content ranking currently. So I can use this real estate market crash. I can use this one. So as you're talking about real estate housing markets, which is okay. Let me see if I have another one. And that way is you can go directly to the site and search for this stuff. You get okay. Okay. So let's proceed. I think I've gotten one already. Let me just link this guy. It's directly related. I don't know why my hotspot is off. Okay, sorry about that. My device was kind of overheating. That was right. Um, my what do you call it? Swift is not available at the moment. So let me just continue. At least we can still see what I'm doing. So basically, the next thing to do, you can see that I've structured this content very well, right? So the next thing you have to do is just to interlink. You get. I have content on real estate. I think I have content on real estate at Tony. So link to that. I have content on land. There's content on land. You can link to that as just look for the right land and you link to it. So US remove the punctuation. Okay. So when you are done, just look for one guy that is not directly your competitor. I can also link to Zillow, land.com. These guys are way too big. Okay, I can just link to LoopNet. Let me just highlight LoopNet. Oh no, let me use LandWatch. Just come here and click on link, which is also Control K. I'm not connected to the internet at the moment, so normally Google Docs will bring up this website for me immediately. So anything you highlight, just allow Google Docs to help you find it. Okay, let me try and reconnect. Okay, let's see if it's going to go now. And watch. So this is landwatch.com. I just link to it. So remember to add only one external link, and that is enough. Add only one external link, and you are good to go. Unless probably you're working on a listicle. A listicle is like you're doing top 10 days, top 20 days, and you can link on all of them, but you make it no follow. I'll talk about that much later. So this is lakefront. I have lots of content that's talking about lake. So I can just try and link this lakefront guide to any content on routing hub that's talking about lake. Okay. All I did was lakefront. I typed routinghub.com. So let me use this Alabama on exploring stunning lake homes for sale in Alabama. So let me see if there's another lake here. I think we have another lake. They close. Don't link to contents that are too close to each other. We get by linking to stuff. Let there be space in between. I have another lake stuff here. Let me just look for lake routinghub.com. Okay, I already used the Alabama guy, so let me use this guy. Okay, real estate investment. I have something on real estate investment in the site. So you need to actually go through the content to be able to spot this stuff. But the more you do it, the more it becomes easier for you to spot this stuff. Which one should I take? Let me use this. Okay. So there's so many things I can link to here. So many things. You get, like I said, minimum of five. Then it can be as much as 10, 15. Okay. Rent. Let me see if there's anything on rent. Parents. Rent out for income. Okay. Building rental properties. I definitely have something on rental properties on the blog. So I will be ending this video now because we've spent time already. Rental property investing as one of rental properties. I'll go with this. So basically, that is what you just do. You know, I have something on mortgage interest. Then, most importantly, land contents that are relating to land, because this content is basically our land, right? So let me see how many contents I can link to. Let me say something like buy land. There's no buy land. There's anything like land for sale. Investing in land. Let me use investing in land. Control K, land, com. Okay, agricultural land for sale. Personal investments. Okay, I think I'll use this guy, but not for here. Let me copy the link. I saw something on agriculture. AGRC. Yeah, agricultural land. So let me. This is better for this content, which is talking about agricultural land for sale. So you can see the choice of anchor text I'm using. The anchor text are directly related to where I'm linking them to. Not that you take something that does not relate and you go and link it. You get. So that is basically it. So when you're done with all the interlinking, then you can just do your control A, control C, you copy, then you go to the site, I'll give you logins, and then you go to post, then you go to post, click on add new post, click on add new, you paste it there, and then you do the you finish up with the on-page optimization. That's that. So if you have any question, feel free to ask me anytime.